So, what have we got here? An old iPad from my sister. I think it's a second, third generation. She got a new one because graphic stuff, you know, the internet, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, starts to really bog down. So, and today, I'm planning on turning it into a picture frame. So what we're looking at is a width of 7 3/8 by 9.5. The black part of this edge to edge is 7 3/4 by 5 3/4. And the reason that black edge, I want the frame to come over it for a couple of reasons. One, the on button or the reset button is here. And if I bring it out on the black frame, I'll have to make sure it's perfectly centered. Otherwise, the frame will look off center because these black edges. So that if I put it just where the picture's going to be, if it's off a little bit, it really won't matter. And centering it might be a little bit of an issue because this connector is going to have to be part of the frame, embedded in the frame. Well, I've got it all cut out, and getting a frame that small with good 45 isn't easy, but I kind of hit it lucky, I think. Take a look. So, it just fits inside the black area of the iPad frame, and it's going to be raised up, of course. Right now it's lying on its back. But there'll be a spacer in the back to hold it in. So we're on our way with this. Next step. The next step is I have the slot right there where the plug goes in. And I've got to make some kind of indentation here so there's room for this plug. And then I've got to make somehow for the cord to go down here to where the stand is going to be. So, I need a space about this wide and is pretty much as deep as I can make it. What'll I cut that with? I was going to use a router, but then I thought just a couple of holes with this Forstner bit would do the trick. So. Up a little bit with a chisel. The cord will wrap around here like this, and looks like that'll work. I've got to have some way to keep the iPad in the frame, so I've rigged up a little brace. I don't know if I'm going to need more or not, but I'll try this. And I think I'll try to get a couple of small screws to put there, because once I put it in, it'll kind of be in permanently. I've got a piece that goes through here, and it's thicker at the bottom, so it's pressing against the back of it, and hopefully it'll hold it in. there is the button to get this thing reset. You've got to use it once in a while. So what I'm going to do is I've marked this right here, and I'm going to drill a small hole so that when I want to press that button, I can stick something in that hole and it'll push it. Very slight angle, and we'll glue that just like that after I trim it up and thin it a little bit. Well, I've taken the stand, cut a slot in it for the wire, so this will be the base, and a little slot here because the USB plug needs to be able to slide through there to get to the back side. So this is what we've got so far. And I think I will let that glue dry for tonight and continue this tomorrow. I really love using tung oil on walnut. Any kind of oil really, but I choose tung oil, and this is 100% tung oil. Other tung oils are not 100%, usually have some varnishes or waxes in them. This one, if you use, you can always re-oil it later because there's nothing sealing it, it's just oil. Set up this iPad with its own Gmail address, and I take photos from my computer and just email them to the iPad. In the email program, I can choose to save them to the Photos program, which when you run it, you can set to run a slideshow with whatever photos you have in it, or whichever ones you've chosen.